Hi everyone, I hope that you're well. Today I want to talk about eating healthy on a budget. Now, staying on track with your diet isn't easy, and staying in line financially can be a challenge. When you make the decision to eat healthier and to change your lifestyle, you'll soon discover a dent in your pocket. That's right, because organic foods tend to be more expensive. Fresh and clean ingredients can really, run your food budget up. So I want to share in this video just a few tips and some things that I've learned along the way in my journey to being a healthier person. And I also want to invite you guys to share some of your tips. I mean, I'm always open to learning new ways of saving, so maybe we can help each other out. So feel free to drop me a comment. So let's move on to tip number one. Tip number one is cook your own food. That's right, old school style, cook your own food. When you cook your own food, you can save up to hundreds or even thousands of dollars per year. Also, when you cook your own food, you know what's going into your food. When you eat out all the time, it's more expensive, and you don't know what they're really doing back there in those kitchens and what they're actually putting into your food. When you cook your own food, you can control the ingredients, you know what's going in and what's happening with your food. And also, you're saving a good deal of money. I cooked up to 70% of my meals, and I'm doing a whole lot better financially because of it. So tip number one, cook your own meals. Tip number two, rack up on coupons, points, and discounts. So you have to get real aggressive about this whole coupon thing once you make the decision to eat healthier and to change your lifestyle. Definitely check the circular weekly for any chain supermarkets that you may go to. Make sure you sign up for a store card. Make sure you give them your email address too, because they'll send you things, about discounts and sales via email. And also, if there's like a point system, according to what you buy, I guess it's some sort of algorithm. They'll send you the sale items for the things that you tend to buy on a regular basis, which is great. I love that stuff. So you can really save when you coupon, but when you're eating healthy, you have to be aggressive about the couponing thing. Like, you have to make sure you do it every time you go shopping. I do it weekly, and it really takes about 10 minutes for me to do. And I love technology now, because you don't have to clip anything anymore. I can just download the coupon onto my card from my phone. So that's fantastic. So make sure you coupon and rack up on those points. That's tip number two. Tip number three, you have to, or you should rather, plan your meals. Plan all of your meals. A week in advance, I know what I'm going to be eating. I make out a menu. You can do it a month in advance. It's up to you. I know that when I plan my meals, I'm basically not giving myself a chance to make a poor choice or a poor decision when it comes to food. I already cooked. It's already in the freezer. All I have to do is pop it out, and I'm good to go. So definitely pre-plan your meals. I also buy my snacks in advance, so I'm good to go for the entire week. So I don't really eat out too much, and planning my meals, I save money that way as well, and it keeps me disciplined and online as far as my diet is concerned. So tip number three is plan your meals. Tip number four, do your research. What I've done, I have done like basically a survey of all the supermarkets and grocery stores in my neighborhood. And I know, some stores, they price gouge, so you have to watch out for that, especially when it comes to healthier items. Like, for instance, I went to my go-to store for almond milk, and then I decided, I was like, well, let me check another store to see how much it costs there. And I just went directly across the street, and guess what? It was $1 less. Can you believe that? They charged a whole dollar more at my regular go-to store. So definitely, I think it's worth doing, just canvass your entire neighborhood to see what's there and what the prices look like. And sometimes the prices do fluctuate and they change. So definitely do your research. Also, if you have a large family, especially if you have kids and teenagers, if you have any teenagers, I pray your strength in the Lord. I know it's not easy. Consider, a Costco or BJ's or Sam's Club, membership. If you want to save as far as the membership fees are concerned, which you can do, you can team up with friends or family members and split the membership with them. There could be more than one person on the account, so you don't have to absorb the entire membership fee by yourself. So you could do it that way. I have done it that way in the past. Also, if depending on your ethnic background, or if you like to cook different types of cuisines and you like to spice it up a bit, I would suggest shopping in a neighborhood of the cuisine that you're cooking. So if you're cooking Spanish food, shop in a Hispanic neighborhood. If you're cooking Chinese food, go to Chinatown. If you're cooking Italian food, go to the Italian neighborhood. If you're cooking Caribbean food, go to the Caribbean neighborhood, because you save money that way, and products tend to be cheaper in those ethnic neighborhoods, and you can save a great deal. And also the food if it's imported, they tend to taste better, the produce. You have not had a banana until you've had a banana from Ecuador. I don't know, is anointed. There's something about Ecuadorian bananas. It must be the soil in South America, but you can definitely taste the difference. The food, the produce is a bit better. Also, consider farmers markets. Do a little research. If you can find a farmers market, you get produce cheaper there. Also, fruit stand, I like to support, small businesses and people trying to get their hustle on. So I have a go-to fruit stand, guys. That's where I get my avocados and my ginger. And for some reason, I don't know why ginger is so much more expensive in chain supermarkets, but I go to my guys and the ginger is a lot less, more money. So those are my tips. So definitely do your research. I know it's a lot of footwork and it could be annoying, but definitely do it. Your pockets will thank you. And finally, know how much money you're spending on food. How much are you actually spending on food? I have a red line. I have a budget for food, and I know how much I'm supposed to be spending per month on groceries, and I never want to go over that number, and I usually don't. So make sure you have that magic number, whatever that number is, and make sure you don't go over it. That way you can keep yourself in line financially. So I definitely have a food budget number. So definitely keep that in mind, and just don't frivolously spend on food just because you may not. Sometimes we don't even be hungry, we just spend money. And you have to think about your daily habits, that daily cup of Starbucks. If you're a coffee drinker, that's fine, but Starbucks can add up. Those lattes, if you're drinking it every day for a year, that can be close to $1,700 in a year. That's a lot of money. For that amount of money, you can go buy yourself a fancy coffee machine and make your own coffee. You'll be better off. So definitely know how much you're spending, and keep it under control. You need to know what you're spending your money on, and make sure you have a magic number for your groceries. So that's all I have to share with my tips. I hope you share some tips with me. I just want you to know that your health is precious, and that you should take care of yourself, and also you should take care of yourself financially. And I know it's a pain to prep your meals and to do your research and to coupon and those things, but in the end it pays off. And one thing about eating healthier, there's some ingredients and some things that you can't cut corners with. You're just going to have to pay for it. And you know what? It's worth it. I think it's worth it, and you're worth it. You know what's more expensive? Having a heart attack, having a stroke, having a chronic illness that could have been prevented if you just would have ate right. Having to replace your joints because of obesity, losing your eyesight, losing limbs. Those things are expensive. Taking medications, co-pays, visits to the emergency room, visits to the doctor. Those things are expensive. So when it's an investment, when you eat healthier, it's an investment in you. It's an investment in your health. And hopefully my tips have been of some help to you. So until next time, take care, God bless, and be healthy.